Developing story. All eyes are on Oakland Township as federal investigators continue their second day of searching for Jimmy Hoffa. Today, they've widened the area of the dig and they've used a cadaver dog, but nothing conclusive was found. 7 Action News reporter Jim Kurtzner is out there for day 2 of the dig. All right, Jim, no signs of Hoffa. Any signs that they may be wrapping this up soon?
No, Joanne and Jeff, I can tell you we've been told this will continue into tomorrow, possibly Thursday. Look behind me. More heavy equipment has just been brought in within the last half hour. In fact, take a better look live from Chopper 7. You can see 2 front loaders, bulldozers, pushing soil around. This is a second site. They've started searching today. In fact, take a closer look. Just about 15 minutes ago, you can see investigators and anthropologists on their knees looking closer through this soil. Did they find remains of Jimmy Hoffa? No. Did they find possibly what they found more of already this week?
And it's been kind of a rural area for some time. There's animal bones and other things, so it's a process.
The process can be tedious. First, they're probing the soil and scraping using heavy equipment a layer at a time, then initial testing and some sifting. The tip that brought investigators here was that Hoffa was buried under a barn with a concrete slab put over his body. They found one slab, and when no human remains were found around it, they've now moved to a second spot on the same site.
I'm not going to get specifically into the information other than, it's been reported that the concrete was relevant to the information and the area and the search, and all of that is true.
The tipster is 85-year-old Tony Zerilli, who says his mob connections told him back in 1975, Jimmy Hoffa was kidnapped, brought to this rural farm owned by another mobster, Jack Tocco, that Hoffa was bound, gagged, and when he fought back, he was hit in the head with a shovel and buried alive.
You're as optimistic as you can based on the information and the credibility of where it comes from.
For the last 2 days, the site has become a gathering spot for the curious.
I had to come by and see it just in case they really do find it was going to be part of history.
I'm 39, so he's been missing as long as I've been alive.
Turn on TV, look at the news, see what's on. There's something down here in Orion Adams, and we're like, wow.
Yeah, and I talked with an anthropologist on the phone this afternoon. Even after 37 long years, I'm told that skeletal remains would still be intact underground. That's the target out here. Joanne?
Yeah, we're going to be talking, in fact, to an anthropologist coming up in just a few minutes, Jim, with more on that. But let's talk about this idea. Still many people, taxpayers, saying this is a waste of taxpayers' money. Let this case go. But still, those working on this case believe that this is very much worth it, don't they?
That's the answer that the sheriff gives this afternoon. Look, if they can solve this mystery, almost 40 years old, by finding Hoffa's remains out here, it's worth it. If not, they've ruled out yet another site from a very credible source.